Michael Penix's NFL debut. I want to give him a grade here, and then we'll get out of the show. NFL with Adriel, episode 85 on all live platforms. Michael Penix was 18 for 27, 202 yards. He threw an interception in this game, which was not his fault. Kyle Pitts just absolutely dropping the pass. 4 carries for 3 yards. There was no touchdowns here. Accounted for by Michael Penix or his arm. Now, he easily could have had a few touchdowns in this game. I was actually watching Darnell Mooney, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. There were quite a few points in this game where they could have scampered into the end zone and got a touchdown to credit Michael Penix. I thought Mike was throwing with good anticipation in this game. He wasn't antsy. He wasn't jittery in the pocket. I thought he looked very calm in that aspect. Good feet, good movement. He was throwing in between defenders, layering the football. I thought those were very nice, very high-level throws that you see out of NFL quarterbacks that, they make on Sundays. He even took a big hit on an outside route that was thrown early on in the game, which I thought was impressive for a rookie to be able to deal with. When he missed his throws, they were either short or long. They weren't wide right or wide left, which showed that he has good touch and accuracy. Maybe not so much touch. You might need to learn to float that ball a little more, bring it down some, not too much zip or mustard on that throw. So he does have nice accuracy, though. And again, it was promising to come out and throw 27 passes, complete 66% of them in your first NFL game. It's very impressive. Drake London, Darnell Mooney, they were definitely his best targets all game long. They ended up coming out with 10 catches for 141 yards. There were quite a few times that Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Bijan Robinson could have hit the end zone, making Michael Penix's debut that much better, no doubt. I would have liked to see more deep shots taken for Michael Penix in this game. There was only one which was taken, and it was actually overthrown to Drake London. And you got to understand that the playbook wasn't at its full potential in this game. There's no question about that. They needed to really build some confidence in Michael Penix. That way he could know that, these next 2 games going throughout the season and maybe even going into the playoffs with a rookie quarterback, which Washington could very well be doing. We watched that, the Texans very well did it, but we saw what Jaden Daniels and what C.J. Stroud have been. Will Michael Penix take in their footsteps? Not so sure. I think it's possible, though. This would have been the game for him to take those big shots down the field against a Giants team who is just absolutely decrepit in every asset. I mean, it is just atrocious what the Giants fans and the franchise and the front office are going through and putting people through. I thought the Falcons did a great job, though, protecting Michael Penix in this game. I thought they, protected him all day, all game long. He wasn't really pressured on many dropbacks, only came close to 2 sacks in this game. Again, the interception was not his fault whatsoever. Kyle Pitts just clearly was not able to hold on to that football. But Atlanta should be excited for Michael Penix. He looked very good, and he is the future of their team. They did their job over the last few years. They went out and they've built up the offensive line. They've drafted Bijan Robinson. They drafted Kyle Pitts, who is a bust, unfortunately. They drafted Drake London. They went out and built up a defense that's the best that the Falcons have seen in decades. Or in a decade, 5 to 10 years. They have a Justin Simmons and a Jesse Bates. They have a Caden Ellis. They have a Grady Jarrett. They've got players. Now it's time for them to go out and get some pass rushers because this team feels complete. I mean, it really does. If Michael Penix can click, the Atlanta Falcons can be Super Bowl contenders in 2 years. I mean, they can. I'm not going to say next year, but if it happened, yeah, I'd be shocked. But Penix could grow to that aspect. So I think Falcons fans have everything in the world to be excited about. Not with the Kirk Cousins situation, but thank God you took Michael Penix and it's not Taylor Heineke or Desmond Ritter backing him up. Atlanta's put all the pieces in place for Mike to be effective. Will the head coaching and the front office take him there? That is the question. That is the point to be desired. It truly is. I give Michael Penix an A in his NFL debut. 100%. Albeit this performance was against the horrible New York Giants, I give Michael Penix an A. No question about that. Again, I thought his feet were great. I thought he threw with great anticipation. He was accurate. He was calm. He didn't look rattled. Seasoned veteran, I'll pull the brakes on that, but 66% completion is nice. He could have easily had 2 to 3 touchdowns in this game. And again, Falcons fans, great job. I mean, bravo. Bravo. Atlanta has a superstar quarterback in the making, potentially, because we know what Michael Penix is. We know what he was in college. We know how he looked in the debut of the NFL. And honestly, we're just, again, with us giving him that A for his NFL debut, something even more for Falcons fans to be excited about. So, Falcons fans, I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you excited about Michael Penix's debut? Do you give him an A? Do you think you can be a Super Bowl contender in 2 years with him? And do you think this guy is the future of your favorite team, of your NFL franchise?